everyone. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Always so happy to find you here. If you're a new subscriber, thanks for your subscription. I hope you stay for a good long while and share my channel with a friend. I am wanting to address the Kanye West. If you have not seen him in his black Ku Klux Klan outfit, which is a video interview of him being interviewed by DJ Akademiks. Just this past weekend, it was uploaded, and it really is the big conversation, and I'm sure it's more than viral by this time. I'm wanting to do just a couple of videos to address Kanye's ways, I would say, his delivery. And because I'm not liking to do long videos, I'll do one or two or three just to address that. But initially, I want to at least acknowledge what we see, and that is him in a black KKK garment. I mean, that he had specially made. This to me is eyebrow raising, but it's also Kanye's ways, because what he does is he likes to shock the system, make you pay attention, make you notice me. You will notice me. And boy, it did work. As I'm watching that, I'm thinking also of back in the day in the early 90s when hip hop was trying to also be seen and heard. Mostly rap music of hip hop, because hip hop is more than just hip hop. Includes rap music. But when rap music was trying to find its way, it too made songs and lyrics and different types of notice me illustrations along the way. I'll put it that way. As a way of saying you will not see me. You will not unnotice me. You will not ignore me. Here I am. This is something you need to see and I need to show. And so it's an effective way to be heard, I would say. I would put it that way. But back in that day, it was about the use of the N word and how rappers, Black Americans want that word silenced altogether, but rappers wanted to reverse the use of it and empower the word by how they use it and took it back in its ownership. I'll put it that way. They were taking the word back and its own in its ownership, I'll say. I look at that with Kanye with this black KKK. I hate even saying the word. It's but in this costume he has on, it's his way of saying, I'm going to reverse this back on you. It's his way of saying, I stand against your own racism of us by reversing it back on you. I stand against everything that it represented in its white form. I'm standing against it in its black form. Now, that's just one way of interpreting it. That's just one way of interpreting it. However you want to view or have an opinion of it, you can't deny the fact that you don't see it. And for that, he was successful. You can't deny the fact that he was audacious enough, bold enough, courageous enough, daring enough to wear it and be interviewed on the internet, by which now it has gone viral. And so now everyone sees it. So by that, he was effective. You can't deny the fact that he is a person who can make you watch him, even if he's been to some degree counseled by so many others. You're still seeing him. You can't deny the fact that he is a mega billionaire with a B, more than one. And so when you see these, what some of us would call like ridiculousness, craziness things that he does, you have to recognize the fact that his way of doing things may not be our way, your way, or my way, but they often turn out to be effective to some degree or another. They make you talk about the issue. I remember back years ago when I believe, yeah, George Bush was president. And if I'm not mistaken, it was Katrina, the Hurricane Katrina. And Kanye was not as, he was very famous, but not as relevantly well known, well renowned, famous that he is now, of course. He was doing a PSA for, I can't remember which charity, but he was doing a PSA with a comedian to raise money for Katrina victims. And it was live. You don't put a person like that live. But it was live. And as this comedian person that was there was giving his spiel, Kanye just burst out, George Bush hates white. No, George Bush doesn't like black people. He burst it out. George Bush hates black people, and George Bush doesn't like black people. Actually, I will look that up and drop it in the description box so that you can see. But this is the person that he is. This is how he comes across. Out of all of that, now we're trying to get funds for Katrina. This is what so many people remember, even years later. Even years, decades later, they remember where he said George Bush doesn't like black people. So he's always been that person who is going to be not only bold and daring, but blunt and dangerous when it comes to what it is that he says. Now, we're going to look at how and why in the next one or two videos that he can even surmount himself comfortably to do so. In the meantime, I'm going to drop this interview with DJ Akademiks, in which I'm referencing, in the description box and in the comments section so you can see for yourself. Until then, we'll see the next video and have a good evening. Good night. Have a good day. Good night. Bye. And Willie, there you go.